Nairobi Hospital approached the patron, right? Out of
allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yes.
What do you mean allegedly? You as a lawyer, you want to throw in words allegedly. But we have the facts. He approached. We have it here.
No.
Senior doctors
there is a patron.
Let us be
there is a
factual,
patron.
Okay.
And we want to know if he prompted. Because this patron, he's capable of prompting and removing himself from the scenery.
Okay, that is pure speculation.
Speculation.
No, you're speculating.
We want to know,
right? Let's go with what we have.
We know.
Exactly.
That possibility does exist.
So
because he can't come out.
No. I think the bar.
We're not at the court of arbitration here now. Okay, let's hear from...
First, I want to say, as we have this conversation, let us really talk about facts. We are on a panel here. No one is campaigning. At least you can excuse people on rooftops who have no agenda, who say how people look. And I want to say, by the way, being a rookie isn't bad, because you really work hard to and use the experience of
to earn your stripes as well.
Exactly. In fact, in most places, rookies do the best, by the way. So don't mind calling me rookie. Don't mind calling me. No. It's off the cuff.
You are a rookie.
No.
It's okay.
So now, Shah is not working. I mean, he said Shah is not working. He said Shah is not working. By whose standards? So you have two cases that have an issue, and 98% of patients are getting services from Shah. They are working, Shah is working well. Like in my constituency, for example, patients who call me for fare nowadays. Before, people would call me and tell me Shah is paying X amount, I'm forced to pay this amount. And I tell my constituents, go start at your dispensary, because Shah works on a referral system. That is what politicians are not telling Kenyans. Once you start from your dispensary and you are referred all the way, you are a government patient, and government pays. I'm happy to share that information. Shah is working. He's here talking about a president who is not working. In fact, he's the first person to say that. Most Kenyans say this is a hardworking president. They see him waking up in the morning. Of course, you can't define where he is going to sit. He likes working from State House. He doesn't have to go to Arambe House and cause traffic every morning. And we know how Kenyans again complain when we have to be interrupted every day. He's working from State House, and he doesn't have to work to someone's approval. I mean, in fact, who does he have to please? Now, it's also good to get facts. Like someone has just commented that Kenyatta has been unable to feed patients. Really? I can agree sometimes we have medicine issues. Maybe sometimes a theater is not functioning out of the many theaters. But to tell us that there was a day patients lacked food in KNH, I would want that to be substantiated and demonstrated. He mentioned that the president said the opposition has no brains. That is something objective, because you can demonstrate whether you have brains or you don't. Like, for example, by how I talk, Kenyans watching can actually make out from what I'm saying. Have I been to school? Do I have brains or I don't? So if someone actually says on TV, and you can replay it, that Kazi yangu ni kukasirisha Kasongo. Now, does that person have a brain? Because if all you need to do every day you wake up is to make someone else angry, does that tell you, portray you as a leader? So I want to say that the president is clearly demonstrating work. Of course, when he took over, and I'm happy this man who was his deputy said the coffers were empty. We had roads stalled. We had... cost of lending was high. But as the economy has been improving, we are seeing the dollar, which was at 162. I'm a businessman. It affected me. And now it's at 129 and actually has been stable for some time. Let us hear opposition talking about that. Production of maize, from 44 million bags, 75 million bags. Fertilizers, my mom, who is a farmer, actually gets a text message because the government registered over 7 million farmers that fertilizer is now in Embu. go and collect your fertilizer. You know, this is what government is doing, impacting the people on the ground. So the guys seated in their cozy offices, like Wakili here, maybe they do not know because probably they don't need government. In fact, there is a lawyer I even asked, who is a very strong one-term lawyer, though he's a friend. And I asked him, one-term lawyer, and I asked him, so why do you have all this hatred towards the president? And I told him, your area is an agricultural area, and farmers are getting cheap fertilizer. He says, yes, it is 2,500, but how can I queue for fertilizer? Then I'm like, so your problem is actually queuing for fertilizer. So you go ahead and buy at 7,000 and you say government is not working. That is the problem that we have. Even with Gen Zs.
Before we even go to the Gen Zs, because I think
it's about voter registration. Because we are seeing so many comments online, but we can't find these people when it comes to voter registration. Gen Zs come out. Go and register as voters.
Indeed.
Let us avoid this conversation online that looks so heated, but when you go on the ground, there is no one actually opposing the president. That's how I'm here. That's how I won in Mbeere North. That's how I have 2 new
So they vote on social media. It can be such an illusion that sometimes you can actually go with the social media, but things are diametrically different on the ground. So I hear another moniker that is coming to the public lexicon with the lawyers, that you're a one-term lawyer, a two-term lawyer. I don't know what